I
Okay.
started the
No, it's
recording
my
now.
pleasure.
I started the
Yep.
recording now. Thanks so much.
Yeah, I can see.
So now we are going to start the discussion. So since it was my first discussion, so I have chosen something, a topic which I have not prepared since the day, but just 10 or 15 minutes before I searched it and how what topic should we discuss for today. And I have chosen this topic. It's called as social media. Is it really connecting people or is it dividing society? So the first question that I'm going to ask to you all is, has social media brought people closer together or has it created more distance in human relationships? I want to listen to your perspectives. You guys may unmute yourself, whosoever wants to talk.
Okay. So I would love to go like a first.
Most welcome, Sushi.
Okay. So there is a two perception about it. Like social media can connect, means social media can make you more social, and in other hand, it could not. It could not. Why? Because we are living in a society, and society need your physical touch, your emotional touch. So for this touchment, means this emotional touchment, like now we are having social media, so we can feel it and we can absorb it. Like we are too busy in a social media. Means social media means it's even its name is social media. So means like digital things. So we're so busy in a digital things. But I'm not saying like we're doing some bad activity in a phone, in our computer, or it could be anything, any digital things. So whenever we are put ourselves in this phone, so we can absorb it. Like we're just cut out from our society touch, our environment touch. So then in this perception, I would say like yeah, social media just detect us from the society touch, but in other hand, as I say, like yeah, social media is already named as social media. So through social media we really connect more people. Like how could we connect in this Bishi? Through social media. Means we are having really good people like social, but the thing is we are not here so our emotionally like every points we can't say like may you barely share at some point, but we can't rely on it. So there is two perception like if you're having social media, so you are really connect so many people. Like if you're opening any YouTube, if you're opening any Telegram group, so we're really having good people and they have really good points. They make you understand. Even I want to share about social media. Like I know there is some bad and there is a good points, but earlier I was really stuck. Like how could I fail in my exam? Because I just like everyone saying like you're a topper, so how could you like got this failure? But the thing is, when I joined this Telegram, I suddenly like see one like paragraph from the other group, and I was just reading. I was just starting to reading casually. But when I go in a deep, I was like, oh my god, life should be like this. Why am I worried about it? So just think about it. Like if I are not having this kinds of social media, then how could I get knowledge, more knowledge? Like people who are living in a like we can say like a rural area, so they're not having good much money to having good quality based education, but whenever they try to engage themselves online, so they really can get good knowledge from the social media. So here we are really socialized to people, but we are just uncut ourselves from the social touch that is called your whatever we are arounding us. So for the emotionally touch, for the like we can say like a peace and calmness, we are really deduct ourselves through the social media, which is the digital things. But across of this, sorry, apart from this, like we also engage ourselves in a social media to socialize ourselves, to share our perception to other people, to make them understand, and also we can get from them some good points to make us our life beautifully. So I believe like everything has two perception, two aspect. So the thing is, how will I take it, and how can we use it? So for me, it's a social, and sometimes I feel it's not social because sometimes I really addicted, and I admire to do something. Like if you're not doing something and you just open your phone and you are not decided like what we are doing to like what I am going to watch it, but your phone is suggesting like, hey, come on, there is a notification, just come out and check out reels, check out short, check out news, like everything. So it is connected with the social, but in the a different way. But if I'm talking about peace and calmness, social life, social attachment, then yeah, really we deduct from this through social media. Means we we have both.
Yeah, thank you
Okay,
so
I
much,
was just
Sushit. It was, yeah. Do you want to say anything
hmm.
more?
No, I was just saying like that's a little perception about this topic. And
Okay,
thank you,
thanks
Sagar.
so much
Take it
for
away.
thanks so much for presenting your point of view, and it was so beautiful to listen to your perception regarding social media. Like you said, it is, a coin has two heads, so a coin has two sides basically, and it depends on a person how a person is going to use social media. Is he really going to socialize with people in true manner, or is he just going to waste his time and use it as a distraction? Okay, meanwhile, we have got another admin of the group, Indra Noi. So, hi Indra, you may unmute yourself if you want to say something, or other members as well. If they want to present their perspective, they may.
Hello everyone. I just joined. Just yeah, social media is yeah, as you said. I think the same that it is both connecting and dividing. It is up to us. How do we use social media?
Yeah, that's true. Uh, Crimson, do you want to present your perspective?
Hello everybody, how are you all?
We are doing fine.
I'm asking Indra ma'am and others who have joined late. And how are you all?
Okay, they may
Yes,
answer.
I joined late because
I
I
even
go for
agree.
swimming classes at night, and that is why I always get delayed.
Actually, host was not present even yesterday. Was he has not
Okay,
started.
so
So
who was the host for today?
Indra, it
I
was
think
Joshua was supposed to be the host
Oh,
for today's meeting, but yeah, Joshua. But then when I checked the group, there was no discussion going on, and I requested the admin to make me admin for today, and I requested him that I'm going to be a host for tonight's discussion.
yeah, Shagir, you speak really well. You can be host sometimes for some topics, isn't it, Trish?
Thank you
not
so
sometimes
much.
he should be always.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Crimson also can
he's
be.
good
Yeah,
replacement. No, I
yeah. You
Okay,
both.
okay, guys.
oh,
Now,
okay. I was saying I agree with Sush ma'am. She was saying it has both, both possess both perspective. Social media has connected humanity in space, but divided in its perspective. Yes, now we can speak to anyone on Earth, yet we increasingly struggle to understand those who think differently from us. The world has become a single conversation, but not necessarily a shared understanding. It has connected people physically, distant from us, and sometimes separated us from those sitting beside us. In gaining access to the world, we may have lost attention for the people nearest to us. Social media did not create division, it revealed and amplified division that already existed. And it gave every voice a platform, but it also gave every prejudice here and a platform. It is both a bridge and magnifying glass. Paradox of social media is that it has made humanity more interconnected than any generation in history, yet many societies feel more fragmented. We we know actually we know more about strangers and less about our neighbors. Connection without understanding can become a conflict. Social media excels at bringing people into contact, but contact alone does not create empathy. Sometimes it merely brings differences into sharp of focus. So yeah, social media has united the world technologically while often dividing it psychologically. The network is global, but mind still seeks tribes, identities, and groups belonging to what was meant to connect humanity can sometimes reinforce the boundaries between us and them. Social media connected the world virus, but whether it connected the human spirit or merely exposed its delusions remains an open question still. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Crimson, for presenting your perspective. We have just to apprise you all that we have my two friends who have joined this VC for the first time. It's Hanan Wani and Fawad. So, guys, please take a moment to welcome them.
Hello, Hanan.
Meanwhile, Fawad and Hanan, you may unmute yourself and you may present your perspectives if you want to. Especially
Yes.
Fawad.
There is another man, Ghulam Ahmad, and all others. They can also unmute.
Welcome all. Welcome Ghulam Muhammad. Welcome Fawni. Welcome. There is this two dots and Pals P1 if I'm pronouncing it right. You all may unmute yourself and you may present your perspective regarding social media. Like how you feel. Is it really worth it? Are we
No need to worry.
really getting out of it?
We are as family here. You can speak.
Yeah.
But, nobody is going to judge you.
And meanwhile, I want to, just proceed the discussion and present to you the second question of today's discussion.
Before that, you should give your, viewpoint of view on it, because you are yourself.
Okay. I truly agree with whatever you guys have said. Like social media, it is like a glass of water. Sorry, it is a vessel, and it depends on a person, like what he is going to pour in that glass and what he's going to have or what he's going to drink. It may be milk, which will be beneficial for his health, or it may be wine, which will be not so beneficial for his health. So it's like that. Like I earlier said, a coin has two sides, and it all depends upon a person's perspective and his mindset, how he is going to use these tools and of the contemporary world who have just made it possible that a person is connected globally to any person who sits miles and lakhs of kilometers away from him physically, but it seems to he's in a real world real time talking to him, and it's possible all because of social media. But then there comes this thing, like on social media, it's not like anything that comes in front of your eyes is censored or is good for you to consume, because when we use social media, it is like we are the consumers, and to consume the content that is present on this social media, we have to be very choosy, because nowadays we have seen like there are so many these platforms and links and what I can call different websites which present to us the contents and all the content on those websites which is not feasible for us. So it all depends on our mentality. Are we going to access that, or are we going to just say no to this and just consume the things that are only good for us and our knowledge? So that was my perspective regarding this, and now I want to proceed the discussion and pose to you the second question of today's discussion. The question goes like, are online friendships and relationships as meaningful as those formed in real life? I'm going to repeat the question. Are online friendships and relationships as meaningful as those formed in real life? So you guys may unmute and present your perspective.
Can I present first on this?
Yeah, most welcome.
I would say 50-50 in this case. Like online friendships are nice too, because we get to know people more into how their personality is. While in front we judge on the basis of physical appearance and all, but when we talk to someone online, we get to know what the person inside is, what his thinking is, what kind of person he would be. So that's my thinking about that. We don't really judge on the basis of appearance.
thanks so much for presenting your perspective. If I may pronounce your name right, serendipity or whatever you have wrote there. Other
Yes,
participants
serendipity.
saw. Okay, serendipity. Other participants, if you want to, present your perspective, most welcome.
Yeah, I agree with what Serendipity said, and also that because I want to talk more about how it is like online friendship or online talking to people is in a way it's really good. Like for example, look at this discussion now. This is all online that we are doing, and we are talking really so in such a good topics like we can that we can think about and which is actually will be helping us in building either our communication or our thought process, and this way it is helping us. And other things also, I have seen that I joined Telegram especially because of the study materials or the community that we have. But if, like for me, it was regarding my subjects, and then that is how I got introduced to Telegram, and then I met people. So yes, there are like this apart from the how people they are, we are also getting to know that how people are. Not everyone is good, and in real life it is very hard to understand that because we are exposed very less. But online I get exposed to all kind of people, and I think that is helping me build better perspective about people. How much should like it is helping me set my boundaries. It is helping me and knowing so many things, learning things from other people, others perspectives. So this way, really online friendship is really great. I mean, friendship is also great if it is with, like, if you are mindful about what kind of friendship you are making, and what kind of people you are ignoring to talk to. So I think it's really a great platform, social platforms, social what is this yeah, social media.
Yeah, it was so nice to listen to your perspective, and it was beautifully explained by you. But it also depends like the quality time that we spend with our nears and the real friends. Like, do we feel it is still the same that when we are just chit chatting to someone who is miles apart from us, who happens to be not a physical friend to us? By physical, I mean who has never met to us in real life, and still we are, communicating to him and sharing whatever we want to, and exposing ourselves more. And do you feel like it's really worth it? Like, or can we compare the two, like a proper friend who is a very good and a near friend who is physically available for you, and you can meet him anytime and ask for anything to him, and he will be
Absolutely.
presenting his time. And do you feel like online friends so a
Yeah.
person that way as well?
Again, it depends on the person whom we are connected in, you know, to whom we are connected. Whether online friendship is real or not depends on the heart, behind the screens. A person living thousands of miles away understands your pain better than the people you meet every day. They listen when others are too busy, stay when others leave, and often comfort when you need it most. At the same time, there is something irreplaceable, about sharing moments in the real world, laughter, silence, presence of someone beside you. That is why that is why both online and offline friendships are not exactly the same. Yet, deepest friendships have never been measured by distance. They are measured by trust, care, and the feelings that someone genuinely sees you as, for whom you care or who you care. A screen can separate, two people physically, but it can't prevent two souls from connecting. In the end, friendship is not about where someone, it is about whether they are there for you and when it matters most. So again, it depends on the type of person you are, connected with. Thank you.
I just loved your perspective about this, Crimson. We have some other participants in the discussion. If they want to present their point of view regarding this question, they may unmute themselves. Okay, so meanwhile, while they feel comfortable to unmute themselves, I want to present my perspective regarding this question. Basically, what I feel is, yeah, to some extent, I can say like the online friendships that we engage in, those mean a worth to us. Those are really meaningful to us, and they serve us in a better way as compared to those people. To some extent, I'm saying like whom we meet physically and whom we talk every day face to face. But what I feel is sometimes what happens is a person gets addicted, and he basically what he does is
addicted to that person.
Yeah, I mean to say that, but
if the person is right one, I don't think there is anything wrong to get addicted to that person even.
But the question is like in the end, when you feel like now that friendship is gone and you question yourself, to whom were you talking? And then
That's
this
why I was
brain.
talking about it depends on the person whom you have chosen for that. You should choose selected people, whether it is online or off.
Yeah, okay. Thanks so much for your perspective, Crimson. But I want to, present my perspective. My perspective is like, yeah, to some extent I can say like the persons who are online friends to us, they happen to be worth, and they happen to be a diamond to us sometimes because they invest their time to talking to us, to chatting to us, or to engage in VCs to them. And what I feel is like in the end, sometimes a person who invests so much efforts in, just having that person in his life through mobile phone or through the laptop screen or whatever device he may be using, then in the end what happens is when the friendship breaks by reasons maybe XYZ, a person questions himself, to whom was I investing the time? And then this mind, it answers it was just a mobile screen and that WhatsApp chat or Insta chat or whatever source they might be using. So that's a perspective that this online friendships can really get us through. And moving forward, if any person just wants to unmute themselves, they may meanwhile. And I'm moving towards next question.
No, I actually want to say something about this.
Most welcome. You are most welcome.
The thing you said, that putting efforts and all, but same goes for the real life friendships too. That's a pretty same situation.
Yeah, I totally respect your perception, but still, like a person who is physically available for you, in the end you still have those memories, like you have a person has met his friend, but a case in which a person has never met his online friend and he has just chit chatted with him, and in the end what happens is like he questions himself, to what have I just wasted my efforts on? And the answer is straightforward. It was just a WhatsApp chat and nothing else. So do you want to, you are free to counterattack and you are free to present your counter statements on this.
I was like, more than online friendships, the real life friendships then hurt. It's like the real life that we have created, that creates more impact rather than the online ones. Online ones we can forget even, but the real life friendships more.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
For me,
yeah. Indra, go on.
yeah, for regarding this, it's my perspective because I know that there are so many people, different emotional attachment, different way of looking into things. But I think we all know, we are already aware that this is social media, And when I come here, it is always that I just want to um I'm just interacting for this particular thing. Or it's not that I'm not a good human being, I cannot be a good friend, but I also know that I have to remain detached from all like know very much to that extent of connection that people uh, because people have shown that to me that they feel emotionally connected very much. But I know for me it has never been that big issue, because I have kept myself always prepared that this is just social media. And also that if real life connection and social media connection, I have both. I mean, right now, like it depends on what I'm doing. So like when I was with like in PG with my friends, and I really had very great time with them last year, and now I stay alone, but and I do not want to make much friends. So I'm always aware what I'm doing. But like my best friend, she she was my friend since childhood, but now she's staying very far away from me. But I know that the among friends, the most um trustable person that I have is always her. Though she is in very like she's in foreign right now, but that bond has never broken, and it is not required for me to be physically present with her. I can just talk to her, and I just feel like, yeah, she's listening to me.
Completely
That's enough. Yeah.
complete.
Uh,
You are you feel complete with her,
yes.
is it?
Sorry.
I am saying you feel complete with her.
Yeah, I feel complete with her. I had the chance to meet her last year, but I couldn't meet. I almost cried because my parents didn't let me go, because they wanted me to come home, and I took permission to go to her home, but I was not allowed. And because I knew that it is very rarely, because she's staying there, and I had to go to her place to meet her, but I wasn't allowed. And yeah, I know that attachment. I know that I can remain away from her, but sometimes you get the chance to meet your close friends. So, but that's fine. That's fine in the sense, because I had the chance to meet her and I couldn't meet her. That is breaking. That was hurting to me, because once a while I can meet her. She is my childhood friend. Since childhood, she is my friend. But online friendship, I'm always prepared that it is online and it is not about meeting
But if the
physically.
person is giving, efforts, his or efforts, you should also give same. If he is giving 10%, you should give 20%.
What
Same
kind
goes
of
with the case with online friendship. You know, you should be available according to the person. The-
Yeah, it should be
Their
available. Like I will be available to help them, but not but I'm just saying that like how I just don't want to attach myself so much. And and it is not that I don't inform that person that no, do not feel that attached, because I know that this is like I don't know what kind of
this can hurt
attachment that
sometimes.
is. Yeah, because for me everything is very clear that it is I cannot feel that attached. And I would also inform the person I won't let anybody get attached to me with because for me always there is a because I keep things clear. Yeah. And
Thanks so much.
those
Yeah, Indra,
yeah.
complete your statement.
I'm saying, I don't know if that you don't that problem you do not feel with girls, like me talking to a girl. But these things actually, I don't know, guys get attached so much, but I never encountered that with
Not
girls.
always.
Yeah, yeah,
I am saying not always.
but always. But yeah, everyone has the curiosity and um, but yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much, Indra. It was so nice to listen. And kudos to your friend as well for being such a nice friend. And since we are discussing the topic social media, but here I want to pose a very important question. Like, what do we post on social media really? Like, is it really that real person behind us who exists in the real world? Do we post him, or do we post a picture or a post of any person within us who lies with us only when we are happy or when we have achieved something, and not when we are sad or in distress? Guys, just present to me your point of view on this. Anyone?
Um, for me, yes, I like to present only the things which made me happy. I don't. I mean, we don't always. There are so many different people. Yes, I know that some people try to fake things, but there are also people like who just are real. I would always post the happy moments of my life. I will never post the sad moments of my life. So it is that, and all of us are like that. That is so natural. Who wants to post anything sad or negative about themselves? But when we are happy or we did something or something happened, like we are in a good place, we post such things. So that doesn't mean that life is always perfect. Life is always mix of all kinds of things.
Yeah, that's true to the peak. And but what I want to say is, like, any social media personal, whom we call as social media influencers, they are too like us, and they are human beings, and they only post those moments in which they feel happy. But what the problem is, like, those people who just want to imitate them or copy them or just want to attain the lifestyle that those people are living, what I feel is those people completely ignore that dark side of their lives, because all they have seen is those influencers on social media and nothing else. So, don't you guys think that it is a problem for the young generation who just see those influencers and get really influenced by the lavish lifestyle that they are having, that they are living, and want to copy and imitate those, even if it's not possible for them to be at that position that those influencers are? Don't you think so? Anyone? Crimson, Fawny, Success, Prince, Ghulam Muhammad, you may unmute and present your perspective on this.
Nobody
Hello.
is saying anything.
Okay, serendipity is just saying me to repeat the question. I was saying, like, don't you think that is a problem for a person, for a young, individual who just tries to copy or imitate any social media influencer who is, presenting his lavish lifestyle on the social media, and this young fellow is just going getting motivated from him, motivated in a certain way, like he is becoming, anxious to attain those standards of life? Don't you feel like it's a problem for the society?
Yes, indeed, I agree with you. It is a huge problem for the young generation as they envy the people who actually don't show their real lives to us. They just show the life that they want to show, not the bad side of their life. Then, and people have given them this name of influencers. They get influenced by these people while they don't deserve that.
Yeah, true. Anything else?
Yeah, I have. Yeah, we get to listen to news where the teenagers actually do some or other things. They meet with accidents because of such kind of things. They start stealing from their home. Uh, they do things that later on is problematic to themselves. They become insecure, and because of the looks or because of the things that they have or not, they demand their parents for something that like for expensive things. And yeah, these things have impacted um the teenagers now a lot.
Even every human being is influenced by family, culture, friends, teacher, society. So real question is whether we are conscious of our influences or merely surroundings to them. So many people believe they admire influencers for who they are, but often they admire what the influencer symbolizes, success, beauty, confidence, status, belongings, or happinesses. In the sense, influencers are not just individuals, they become mirrors reflecting the desires of the society, for them, but not in actual manner. So, influences shape society because human beings are not only seekers of truth, they are seekers of examples. You know, the deepest question is not who influences us, but whether are examined and why do they do. Why they do. The greatest influence is not the person with the most followers, but the person who makes other think for themselves. So society, sometimes do silly things blindly, follow them, etc. But again, it depends to person whether they get influenced, you know, they get affected by them or not. Thank you.
Yeah, I totally agree with your perspective, Crimson. And I want to pose this another question, like it's very important one and a serious one. Do you guys feel like the social media narratives, whatever is going on social media, the hype of certain thing, approaches guys, that common masses begin to believe in that particular thing? Like, I here want to quote an example of, I don't want to get political, but still, like a few months back, everywhere on Instagram, on Facebook, even on Twitter and YouTube as well, what we used to see Raghav Chadha everywhere, and we totally, I feel like the youth of this country totally felt he is someone, who is just taking the morals of this country to another level, and who is talking the truth, and who is just presenting to us something that we have always dreamed of. And I'm not going to say whatever he did in the end or comment upon his political decisions, but I just want to convey, like, and ask you guys at the same time to just think about it. Do you guys feel like social media narratives sometimes change the way of our thinking as well? Do you guys feel so?
To some extent, they can influence one person. They do propaganda through different social media. Sometimes they can influence people. They can change narrative according to their own perspective. What they want to, influence, how they want to influence people. Sometimes, yeah, they become successful in doing so. Even they have, changed the narrative at the time, as you have given the example of Raghav Chada, etc. Yeah, they have deliberately, done so. So for me, yeah, they can, they can they can influence you to some extent by doing
Yeah,
so.
that's true.
They
That's
create
true.
propaganda.
Okay, okay.
Godi media is there. We call them Godi media. They make stories of their own without origin. etc. Finally, people become, affected by them too, and sometimes they believe actually they create this kind of scenario in our life, and we start believing them in our daily basis, because again and again they use it to do same strategies, same policies, and uploading, trying to polish the character, of Raghav Chada. Again and again they have polished him in different ways. Finally, you can see the reality, what has gone and what has become, and now what is going on. Even even media is, most powerful tool, you can say. It can influence a person deeply, so they are using it according to their own propaganda, and sometimes it can influence intellect people too.
Thanks so much, Crimson, for presenting your perspective regarding this. And I, to some extent, agree with whatever you have said. Indra, do you want to speak something on this?
I'm not so much aware about politics and all, but yes, um, narratives are made, and like people do get influenced when they watch movies, when they see news, when they see the social media. Um, what is that? Influencers. Yeah. So yeah, these things do influence people. Do influence. It can influence anyone when kind of thing that you keep watching, these things actually influence. And so I think the influencers should be, because they are doing it mostly for the money, for to get the power or for something, because many people are not responsible. But influencers, like the previous point that we were discussing about, that the influencers are just showing the nicer thing or whatever they want to show, and they are not being responsible enough to show the reality. If they are because mostly people like to see the good things or the beautiful things, or something where there is luxury. And so to so that is why the influencers know what people would watch, and they keep making content like that only. But they don't take the responsibility of showing telling the audience that this is just one part of the life. There are so many other part of their life that they are not showing, and because of this, the teenagers fall into this trap, because they only get to see the good things, and they think that their life is much better, and I'm not living a good life. They are not happy with their parents, they are not happy with their life, and sometimes they end their lives as well. So even those people should be made aware that whatever they see is not everything. And also the influencers should be made responsible to make people aware that this is just one small part of their life that they are showing.
Yeah, it's quite true, Indra, and I totally agree with whatever you have said. And I feel like just give me a second. Hold. I'm so sorry, guys. I just received a phone call. So I, now we want to proceed with the discussion. Someone is saying, Ghulam Ahmad, unmute yourself. So you're most welcome, Ghulam Ahmad. If you want to say something, you may. Okay, do we have anyone else who wants to share his opinion or point of view regarding this?
I don't know what you people are talking about, so I don't have just an idea about what to talk.
Okay, Leaf, we were talking about social media and the social media influencers. Like, do you really feel that like whatever goes around on social media and the narratives that they make up, do you feel like those narratives come to common man's life and the common man as masses they start to believe in those narratives as well? What's your perspective on this?
Hmm. Yeah, obviously people do. So see, people around us. If you see those who belongs to millennia, and now we have this young generation. So now, once you talk about the younger generation, I can see they may not be that much aware about the real hardship of life, since they are not even there to experience that. They are still to go through it, so they are just totally devoid of the experience altogether. So now again, if you ask any person who has birth of 80s or maybe 90s, he is much more I guess say in some way awakened than the people and the friends we are having currently. So it's all about the advent of social media. When the social media came into the existence, people start um, living their life very differently. I mean, they have a lot many differences and struggles in the home, in the society, but they only show uh, that their gloss, their high-end experience with happiness in the social media. For example, you may see people posting post each and every single day, and and you being as a consumer always think that, oh, this guy and this girl is living a very nice life. But again, once you begin to compare that high end, uh, you will always start losing your own character, since you are still in the process, and you think that I should only be titled and I am only going to be qualified to be called a successful person or maybe a happy person when I have the same position. So that's not going to be happen, because we all are conditioned, we all are restrained, or maybe having only um, a restrained amount of things to experience, or to have or to um, explore in our life. But again, you are always and always in that single process um, of comparison. So yeah, I do believe that people mostly of our generation are always um, in this condition, in this scenario. Because if this were not the situation, why would anyone be having a lot of mm, mm, I mean getting a lot of fringe, or maybe uh, a lot many supplements taking? Why would that person be taking? Because he or she wants to be look as similar as the one who is um, titled as as a successful in the society. So that again, it molds you, it channelize your understanding in such a way where you lose your own understanding and you acquire someone else. So that's the problem of social media, and I really do believe that it is affecting our life, and it is I should say it's affecting our life necessarily, but there are also some people who are much aware. So sparing them, I could say that this all is happening very horrendously. Yeah, these were my point. So thanks for the opportunity you have given me. So yeah.
Thanks so much, Leaf. You're most welcome, and it was so nice to listen to your perspective. So, guys, we're just heading towards the last question of this discussion. It goes like, if you are given the power to change one aspect of social media, what is it going to be and why? You just have to mention that one perspective or that one aspect of social media that you feel it should be changed. And why do we feel so, and why is it needed to be changed? You have to present your point of view. Anyone?
Okay, if there is no
Yeah.
one.
Yeah,
I
Indra, you
think
can go on.
Kusindra ma'am, leave.
the
Then
spread of
I
pornography, I think it should be banned completely.
Okay, totally agreed. Anyone else? Leaf, you wanted to say something?
May I know the question?
The question was, if you guys are given the power to change one aspect of social media, what is it going to be and why? Have you got the question, or should I repeat it once again?
may
Yeah, once more.
The question
I
is,
complete. Okay. Then.
just 1 second, Crimson. I just want to repeat the question because somebody is not getting it. The question is, if we are given the power to change one aspect of social media, what is that one thing that we want to change, or particularly that you want to change, and why? Regarding social media, okay?
May I answer it till then?
I would
He
like
may.
the AI
Yeah,
voice.
Crimson. Yeah, Crimson, most welcome.
Yeah, for me, one of the peculiar feature of social media is that actions are visible. Actions can see, you can see actions, and that actions are visible. But intentions are remain intentions remain hidden. We can see what people post, like, and share, but we can't fully know why they do it. A post may be, maybe an act of self-expression, a search for validation, a cry for help, a desire for influence, or a genuinely attempt to connect. The screen reveals behavior while concealing motive. So, for me, in face-to-face life, we judge people through words, actions, tone, etc. But the greatest mystery of social media is that everything is visible except the intention. So I would love to change it for the people, and for as a tool, we use social media. So I would love to change, it. Have you got my point?
Yeah, Crimson. Basically, what you are saying is like, people,
Yeah,
whatever they post on social media, their actions
yeah.
are
I was
visible, but
saying
their
one of the
intentions behind it are not.
peculiar feature, of the social media is that actions are visible, but intentions remain hidden. So yeah,
Okay.
if that is why I was trying to say. I would love to
So
change it.
you wanted to say like social media should present to you the intentions of people.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay.
What is inside in their heart,
It's quite strange, Crimson, because any action that a person does to you, it's not necessarily on social media, in personal life as well. sometimes
yes,
we are not, we are doubtful
yes.
about their intentions. Like if a
Intentions are
person talks to you in a
ambiguous.
certain manner, yeah.
Absolute. Intentions
So,
are ambiguous. We
so
see
this thing,
performance, but not always the purpose behind it.
okay, okay.
I was
Now,
saying if it was possible, so I would love to change it.
okay, okay. Thanks so much for your perspective, Crimson. Anyone
And
else?
I have question
I
for you
would
before
I
for
would
that.
like to change the way AI is taking over the world. Like we have AI slobs who tend to believe in something and that's just AI. So I would like to change this AI thing that's taking over the world. We have AI images, they are all false informations, false narratives. So I would the AI thing that's taking over the world, I would like to change that. Minimize the use of
That's
AI.
not possible. Either.
Yeah, it's in fact a great point, to be honest. Serendipity. Well said. And I totally agree with whatever Foni has said. She, just wants to remove this dominance of AI in today's world and the use, basically the abuse and the misuse of this AI in making someone's, pictures which are
But it is
in no real sense of their truth
quantum
and
mechanics.
phony.
Before that,
Okay,
she
Crimson,
has
you
to
want to say
change,
something?
quantum mechanics. It is all due to science. Quantum is, ultimate result for it. So before changing it, she has to change quantum mechanics.
Yeah, I totally
Uh,
respect whatever you're saying, but I don't think like every person who has joined this VC is a science student.
okay.
So, but yeah,
Might
I
be some.
totally agree with whatever you were saying.
I
Okay,
have question
any,
for you, Shakir. Before you can answer it later on, but
okay,
let me
okay,
ask you.
okay, go on, Crimson.
If your beliefs, tastes, and ambitions, and even your idea of success were shaped by other people, have you
Mm-hmm.
got it? If your
Yeah,
beliefs, tastes, ambitions, and even your ideas of success were shaped by other people, which part of you
yeah,
is genuinely yours? Then, which part of you is genuinely yours? Then, before that, let them ask, answer that question, which previously you. They can answer it too.
okay. So I'll answer it later, Crimson, your question. But since we are talking about this social media thing, and if anybody wants to present his perspective or her perspective, most welcome. He or she may unmute.
Yeah, obviously, I want it, and I want. So again, see, when you talk about social media, I think we should know a bit more about the regulation about the social media that we are having currently in our framework. So see, there are a lot of misinformation and stuff that is not appropriate for the society. But again, that's there, and people are scrolling reel after reel. So now we have a rule, like you guys may be knowing about it. I know the Information Technology Rule 2021. So there was some amendment in that rule that, for example, a state government and maybe the central government can take down any post which is against the government, and any party is thinking that this is going to crumble their position, their current position in the state, maybe in the center. Now again, they have the authority, they know it well when to take down the post without any prior uh, information. I mean, they can just ask for on the company, for example, X and maybe Facebook and other social media account. So as per that rule, you can state government and maybe the central government can ask its authority to remove and take down any particular post which is against the government. Now again, that's fine. Even they are not providing them sufficient time to decipher whether the post is constitutionally right, are that post not impeding or maybe not letting people express their opinion, because we live in a country, a democratic country. We have a constitution, so you have the authority to speak. You have got a very fundamental right. So now, if government is using that loophole as their safeguard against their anomalies, then that's a bit concerning. But again, when you see in the social media, we know as an individual, as a person, we all know what is right, what is wrong, what can add, which post or which thing can add a value to the society and which can't. We all know. But again, those stuffs, those things are again there. They are just loitering without any control. So I think government, or maybe the Supreme Court, because Supreme Court can take um, a decision without being asked. So they can, even the Supreme Court can take an initiative that there should be some regulation which um, all the information technology medias owe to the society for the welfare. So that thing I can see as a sole answer or the sole solution for this problem, because there was a girl who mentioned pornography, and that again comes under that illegal and illegal stuff, that again comes under that arena. But again, there should be an authority to regulate this all. So that's a point that I can make for the timing as per now. So yeah, that's what I think.
Yeah, thank you so much. Leaf, it was absolutely nice to listen to your perspective of regulating social media in such a way that the citizens of a country feel more free to express their views and their perspectives. It was so nice to listen from you. And Seren, you may unmute yourself and speak.
Yes. So I would like to say if I could change one aspect of social media, I would just really eliminate the obsession over likes and follower counts over everything. This would actually shift the focus from seeking validation to sharing genuine ideas and creativity towards things. There has been this obsession with how many likes I've got, how many followers I've got to my opinion. Is my opinion valid to other people? So I would like to just remove that thing from whole social media.
Yeah, it's absolutely nice perspective. Like people post on social media just to get those likes and grateful comments, and they just want to check how the people are going to react on their post. And it has become an obsession for people to gain more and more likes and shares and comments. So
Yes,
it's very
I
good,
would like to
very
remove
good
that as
perspective.
a whole. It should be removed as a whole. We should just share our opinions without seeking validations of people. Like, is that right? Was that right? It's just our opinion. Well, we should take critics, but not in a way of likes and comments. That becomes an obsession then. Once we get a single like, we want another like. Then we get another like, we want third like. It goes and goes on and on and on, and the loop doesn't end.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. But Seren, I just want to ask you, like, if you want to remove those likes and comments and shares from these social media platforms, then what alternative do you have, or do you possess, or do you think should be there? Like you
I
mentioned
don't
about,
feel the need for an alternative even.
sorry?
I don't even feel the need for an alternative. Why should there be an alternative? What's the need?
Yeah, but you mentioned about you must get those feedbacks from people, but not. It should not be that. It should not look like validation or an obsession.
Be it positive or negative feedbacks. Actually, the likes. Precisely, we can say the likes. Like, I don't want
Okay.
I got this much, I got that much, that's why my content is nice, mine is not nice. In that sense, I'm saying these things should be removed. People get obsessed over it.
Okay, I got it. Thanks so much for presenting your perspective. Indra, do you want to say something on this?
Yeah, I think it, I mean, I agree with what Serendipity said, but at the same time, without the comments, because I find comments also really nice when I see under YouTube, because when people uh, I mean, there's the influencer who has made the video, and then people, the other people, the commentators, they also share something, their viewpoints, and I think many a times I find them also, those comments, those feedbacks, or their perspective, many a times I find that very helpful. Sometimes you get to know whether to watch that video or not through the comment section. What is so I think it's good, but the way Serendipity said, I agree that it is, if I am making a video, I'm as an influencer, I am not just doing it. I shouldn't be just doing it because I want to get likes. I want to get so many comments, but it is because I want people to see it. Yes, I'm going to earn from it, but I shouldn't be into this that I just want likes or I just want the comments. So as an individual influencer or as an individual person who is posting something, this is up to us, that we have to work on ourselves, that we are not posting something because we want validation of people and I compare my content or my post with other person.
Yeah, absolutely nice. It was so nice of you to present this perspective, and it's thought provoking and really good. Because what you said is that social media influencers or any content creator, he must, introspect within himself. Like, is he really presenting that content or making that or uploading that content to attain merely likes and comments, or is he really willing to do some good to the society and to his audience or to the consumers of that content? So nice of you. Thank you. So, is there anyone else who wants to add to this thing or who wants to present his or her perspective? Like, if you are given that power to change one aspect of social media, what could it be and why? Anyone?
Yes, Shakir, you can have yours. But before that, I want to include it, something. We are living in democratic country. We can't, restrict people. So
True.
everybody can have their point of view. How can we, ban promoters fully? We live in democratic country. That's what I
Okay,
think.
then
Shakir,
that's
you
that's
can have your point of view regarding it.
that's another perspective, Crimson. Like regarding democracy or anything, people are free to present their
Yeah,
opinion.
why to
So
ban?
that's why
We
comment
can
should
have,
not be banned.
yeah. As I have talked earlier, if I would have to change, I would allow to change intention, intentions of people. If that would have been possible, I would love to do that. But yeah, we can have your point of view too regarding it.
Yeah, I'm going to present that now. So what I feel is this social media, it should not be something like easily accessible to any person of any age, a mere kid who is just, 2 or 3 years old and he is having the smartphone in his hands. And what happens is he just opens YouTube and scrolls or Instagram and scrolls through the reels. And then there comes this algorithm thing, like a person engages in a certain type of content, then what happens is that content keeps on showing repeatedly on his feed or her feed. I just feel like this algorithm thing should not exist there, because what I feel is these guys have, deliberately added this algorithm thing to these social media platforms, just because to have the more engagement of people on their platforms, which is what I can say in simple and subtle terms. It is very selfish of them. Why? Because their platforms, when they were created, these were not for merely entertainment purpose or anything like that. Social media platforms primarily were formulated just to spread awareness or to spread the news or to spread the, what I can say is the facts or whatever is going on. So, but in the present shape of the social media, what we are thinking or what we are facing is there is this algorithm has risen up to a certain level. Like if a person just opens the Instagram, for example, he keeps on scrolling, and without realizing the hours keep on passing, and the person is just unable to process within his mind like this much time has gone just because of algorithm. If there was no algorithm and these guys have not worked so selfishly, then the common people who are the consumers, who are the users of the social media, they might have, they could have much more time within them. A lot of time could have been saved, and which could have been otherwise used for some fruitful activities. So that's my perspective. I just want to ban this algorithm thing. And the another thing is, like I mentioned earlier, not every individual who is of any age group should be given this, access to social media. There should be strict ban on social media up to the age of at least 12 years, because I feel this in the current the social media which I'm going to talk about, and I just want to ban that for people who are just who are below 12, or in fact below 15. Let it be below 15 years of age, because children in that age group, their mind is really present in a certain way that it is it just has that, what I can say, the maximum capability of doing something innovative. And at that time, if they are given the social media thing, then their whole brain becomes useless and they get into a stage where they can't process anything else. In fact, our society has degraded to a certain level where the children up to the age of 15 years, they don't even have their meals without mobile phones. So that is a serious question that as a society we must ask to ourselves. Yeah, Indra, you mentioned like parents have to take responsibility, but to what extent a parent can, control his child or her child? Because so this mobile phone and smartphones, these are available everywhere. Like in each home, we see dozens of smartphones present today. And every child that is born, someone, maybe a cousin of him, maybe some relative of him, he is going to have the access to smartphone by one way or the other. Just someone says to him, come and keep quiet, I'll just show you these cartoons or something like that, something entertaining stuff. So that way a child gets attracted towards that, mobile phone and social media. What I feel is it should be totally banned. By banning, I mean to say like there should be no access to the mobile phones itself, not only social media, but to the mobile phones as well for children who are below the age of 15 years. Yeah, true.
Even Australia, Malaysia, they have implemented a national minimum age criteria for 16
Yeah.
for in Australia and Malaysia, even Austria 14. I have recently gone through the article. Even France has
Yeah, I mean, is
stronger age limits.
yeah,
Same should be done here.
true. It is so nice of them. Like they are using their brain and just working upon what needs to be done and what is right and what is wrong. So that was my perspective. I just wanted to ban this algorithm thing. It should not exist on social media. And the other thing, like there should be age restrictions, and the strict ones. Like it should not be like any person who just selects or ticks that 18 plus confirmation and sites using that and people just gain the access of those sites. No, it should not be like that. It should be really very strict, and something needs to be done that children below the age of 15 years, they should not be given an access to social media and things like that. So that was my perspective to this. Anyone else?
Ghulam Muhammad even does not, he keep us mute always.
He may be taking some time.
Ask him to unmute.
If you are listening, Ghulam Muhammad, you may unmute yourself and present your perspective.
Actually, he was banned from the group due to misconception. That is why I have texted Soldier regarding him. I don't know why. He was unaware of that due to misconception, Ghulam Muhammad.
I don't know anything about that. But if he wants to present his perspective, you may unmute yourself, Ghulam Muhammad.
I don't think he will.
So, okay, moving forward, Crimson, you asked me this question, like, if the definition of success and something like that, you just presented a long statement. I could not remember that fully, but I just got the cracks out of it. Like, if everything that I feel in a certain way that...
I was saying, if your beliefs, tastes, ambitions, and even your idea of success were shaped by other people, which part of you is genuinely yours? Then, may I repeat? If you
No. I got it. Even yes. I was having the crux before you repeated the question. So
which part of is genuinely yours then?
Yeah. So my answer to this question is my conscience and my free will. These are still the authority. These are still some things that I keep authority on. Now you ask me how. If any person defines to me like success is this, for example, having riches, success is this, for example, driving a good car, or owning a good house, or owning a lot of property, this is success. Or if any person comes to me that and he just makes me understand that you have to believe in this thing, this is faith and all, and then you are asking me which part of mine is still mine in true sense. My answer to this is my conscience and my free will. By conscience, I mean to say that whatever I feel from inside, that's still mine. Nobody is going to question that, and nobody is going to even have an access to know what is inside of me. Like, what is the thought process that is going inside of my mind? What is that something that resides in my heart, or what is that belief that I am totally believing in? Yeah, self-consciousness, true. And the other thing is this free will, because even if anyone teaches me to do this or to behave in a certain way or have this belief, still God has formulated or made me in a certain way that I can do anything that I want. Nobody is having that authority on me to control my desires, my actions, and my activities, unless and until I totally submit to him. Are you getting it? So that's my answer to this question.
Thank you very much.
Most welcome.